What's up, everybody? Welcome into your sports and sports betting brand of record. We call it Driving the Line. We're here every single weekday at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. I encourage you right now, you're on our YouTube page. If you're not a subscriber, do it. Every time you come into the chat, hit that like button and share the show. We are growing every single day thanks to all of you. Now, we are also the most transparent show in all of sports betting. Yesterday, a solid day at the brand, and boy, is my back heavy today. Your boy going 4-1 yesterday. Howie Schwab, always lethal. And our guest capper, two-time NBA champion, Vernon Maxwell, nails the Celtics. They won by like 20. Pelicans may be a part of the show again today. And then you, the crew at home, you nailed it again. The Warriors minus 5.5. You continue to pick yourselves up. Now, if you have not purchased your featured merch item of the week, as you know, it is always available right here. There is the QR code or the link is in our show description. Do you want to do the work? Also, I am not a crybaby. Our second episode of Behind the Turnbuckle drops today at noon Eastern Time. Go subscribe to that page as well. We got content literally coming out of our ears. And you know when it's a Friday, you know it's college baseball. You know our 5-tool player is ready to go. Let's bring in my partner right now because he has a big old fat smile on his face this morning because he gets a little extra excited on days like today. Look at him, my man AB. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Coach. Good morning, crew. Good morning, everyone. And yeah, man, not only college baseball. What were those, that red figure that was beside my name the last 2 days? We got to get the hell rid of that. That's like a virus, man. Not good. But appreciate you, man, picking us up. Like you said, well done on that one. And hope everybody enjoys. Got some new little graphics and videos coming out today. So, yeah, man.
Working all the time. You know the remedy for a cold Allan Bell couple of days? My remedy, anyway, is college baseball. So we fall right into the weekend. You're going to be great, big boy. You're going to be just fine.
Confidence up. Let's go. Head up, chest out. Let's go.
All right. Now, Crew's play of the day. They've been on fire lately. Absolutely on fire. What are we looking at today?
Yeah, Crew's actually been paying my rent the last couple of days, so well done. Appreciate you guys on that one. 4 NBA plays here. Cavs, minus 3.5. You're going to see a key here. Suns, minus 3.5. Pelicans, minus 3.5. Timberwolves, minus 3.5. Some really good games in the NBA. And quite frankly, yesterday, man, we talked about it on the show. That layoff, there were some low scores out there.
There certainly was. Man, my man Cortez already loves you. Let's go, Mr. College Baseball. Is that what they're calling you these days, Mr.
I hope so. Hey, we need it after the last 2 days. Let's go.
You're damn right. By the way, if you're not a member of the crew yet, I see so many green marks right there. It's the fastest growing crew membership club, whatever you want to call it, in sports betting. Not only do we have crew exclusives every single day, we're going to be adding big time interviews over there. We're going to have a lot of college basketball previews, championship weeks. All of you who want more, join. Be a member of the crew. Everybody is there, especially for Shoot Your Shot. Now, AB, on a Friday, we have a full bevy. I saw somebody in the chat say, oh, the guest cappers are fire. You're damn right we are. Let's bring in the stars of the show because today we've got a lot to get to in almost every single sport on the board. Bring them in because I got I love when a new graphic ruins my flow. Absolutely spot on. Thank you, producer man. Thank you, producer man. I love that.
That was well done. Yeah, he timed that perfectly.
Perfectly. Can you please write in the chat for me? Well done, AB. Well done, producer man, because that's fire right there, and that takes time. So thank you very much for that. AB, that was amazing, the picks. All right. Now, I said I got the dynamic duo here. And then from bettingpros.com. You guys loved him the last time he was here. So let's do it again. Let's run it back. We just call him Soupy here. Soupy.
Oh, yeah.
Morning, sir. How are you?
Morning. How you doing, guys? It is great to be back. Thank you for having me. Let's do this. It's Friday. Come on.
You're damn right. I love the energy. By the way, speaking of energy, Charles from the Dirty, are you feeling good today, big boy?
You know I am, Coach. It's the weekend. We have a full slate, plenty of tickets to cash. AB's going to turn into a rabid dog.
This is a truth. I'll tell a story in a little bit. All right, we got to jump right in. Soupy, you know we're always gracious hosts here. And whenever we have somebody come on that's a guest, and if you keep coming back, you may not be a guest anymore. You may be an official part of the crew. But I know you're heading straight for the NBA today. So as I look at my notes, you've got 3 big plays, and I love how you went a little bit different. So explain yourself, and let's go.
So the last time I came on was my first time, and I went all straight bets. To me, that was bringing store-bought cookies to the potluck dinner. I had to bring a little more fire today. I had to bring some fire. So I'm going Timberwolves -5 against the Bucks. Giannis under 45.5 points, rebounds, and assists. Last time the Timberwolves are the best defense in the league. They trounced the Bucks. I think they're going to do it again, this time at home. And we're going to go with another parlay. Let's go with a cross-league parlay. Suns, Rockets under 229.5. Rockets are still a pretty good defense. They haven't been playing as well overall lately. And Suns have hit unders in 7 of their last 11. So I'm going with that. And then Oilers wild over 6.5. Both of their matchups earlier this year have been over that 6.5. And the Oilers have hit over 6.5 in 5 straight games. And then, of course, I'm going to hit it. Nuggets, Trailblazers under 217.5. Nuggets team points under 114.5. Basically, the Nuggets have not been playing that well offensively lately, just averaging 99.6 points in the 3 previous games to last night. They played the Wizards, but I think the 5 of us could get together and beat the Wizards. So under 229.5 against the Trailblazers are actually a pretty decent defense. They're about mid-tier in points allowed. So give me that.
I got a question because we talked the last couple of days about the Suns, and AB, I want you to weigh in on this as well. Last night, I don't know if you saw the video, but as the Suns were running onto the court, some fan yelled an obscenity at Kevin Durant. He didn't like it, turned around and confronted them in the front row after the All-Star break, Soupy. And the fact that everybody said, well, Charles Barkley said it, he's not a leader. Everybody said he's not a leader. Do you think it's starting to get to Kevin Durant, and could this potentially affect them down the road because they got blown out last night?
Kevin Durant's Twitter is coming out in real life. That's how he is right there on the mean streets online. Look, man, I'm not the biggest Kevin Durant guy. I think his ego's a little inflated. However, I roll with him on this one, man. You know what? Should have been talking ish, boy. Should have ran that mouth. Hey, Kevin Durant. Hey, welcome to life, man. Shouldn't be yelling at him.
Exactly right. Soupy, what do you think about what you saw last night? Because that was a bigger story than the Suns getting blown out by the Dallas Mavericks.
You know what the thing is, too? We saw that, actually, speaking of the Dallas Mavericks, we knew that happened to Luka Doncic a couple of weeks ago. Same thing. He got a fan confronted when they were playing in Atlanta. And I think he turned around and scored 60 points the next game. So maybe this is just what Kevin Durant needs. Kevin Durant, he's all about firing back a criticism. We've seen his sweet tweets on the things he says. Is he a leader? I've never thought he was. That's why I even thought the move to Brooklyn was not the best idea. I don't think he's up for that big market type of guy. But he's more of a role player. That's Devin Booker's team. He doesn't have to be the vocal leader. That's Devin Booker. He just has to do his thing. And Kevin Durant is one of the best at doing it. So I think it's going to be fine. The Suns have been playing so well since January, and I think they're just going to roll into the playoffs, and I think Kevin Durant will just be fine.
All right, something to look at. Big Cheesy in the chat says Kevin Durant over 27.5 points. That's his prop tonight. Just something to keep an eye on. Oh, Big Cheesy talking about something other than Sacramento.
Hey, Coach, I'll tell you what.
Oh, you're right.
Let's have fun with it. Yeah. All right. Big Cheesy just said, all right, let me look at the chat here. And it was what? Over 27.5 points, correct?
27.5, yes.
If he hits that over 27.5 points, we're bringing back the big New Yorker pizza contest. I'll buy 5 people in the chat. Now, we're going to have to do it on Monday, because we'll have a show up, but it's not going to be live tomorrow. However, just remember it. If KD goes over 27.5, just type in the chat right now, and I'll find you, and we'll do it on Monday. So, yeah, I like that, man. Let's have some Friday fun.
I love it. What do you want them to type into the chat? Big New Yorker?
I-N. That's it. In?
All right. We need you to type in if you want to be in our little – look what you started, Soupy. See what you started? We got the big New Yorker coming back on a Friday, just getting started. We got 5 pizzas coming to the crew somehow. Jacob, you cannot play. Stop typing. You cannot play. You cannot play.
I'm from New Haven, so sorry, we've got the best pizza. Just saying that. Just saying
Pretty
that.
good.
Dude, I just sold my house in Southington. I can't be bringing back those Connecticut vibes. I'm out here in SoCal where it's gorgeous, finally, on a beautiful Friday morning. All right, we need to separate these out. So, AB, I'm going to come to you right now. I'm going to make the soccer guys wait just a little bit longer because we're going to have a full slate of college baseball in the rundown, but we got to get to 2 picks right now that you absolutely love. Talk to me.
Big weekend in college baseball. Big Friday night. A lot of good games here. We're going to take Vanderbilt money line and NC State money line. Put those two together. That is plus 100. Vanderbilt playing against Gonzaga here in Nashville, and NC State all the way against Hawaii. Let's go. Both of these squads right here. And then second, Coastal Carolina money line, Virginia money line. Put those two together, minus 125. And yeah, we're going to talk more about some games and opportunities that we're going to have tonight, tomorrow, and Sunday, because remember, every weekend it's a 3-day affair. So we're going to start it with a little appetizer right here and get this thing going, set that plate for Saturday.
I'm sorry, AB. I kind of misplaced my notes. Can you remind me what you did last week in college baseball? I can't seem to find where I wrote it down at.
Yeah, with 9-2 in parlays.
Oh, that's right. That's right. It's just sometimes I forget those little numbers. You know what I mean? 9-2. Now, this is a true story, Soupy, AB. This happened 2 days ago. I'm not kidding. This happened. I get a text, and I open up the text. It says, "Hey, Coach, I would like you to add me to Fridays. I'm not asking. I'm demanding that I be on Fridays because the weekend games are when I'm at my best." Thoughts? Question mark. If we were voting, would we think that would be Jacob or the very nice, well-mannered man from the Dirty Charles? Who would we think sent that text? No one?
That's Charles.
You're
Yeah.
damn right it was Charles.
Yeah,
And I'm here for it. I loved it. I said, hell yes, you could come on Fridays and do your weekend picks. He says, I'm forcing my way in every single day, but Monday, let's go. So we've got a lot of plays today in soccer. And if you guys haven't watched our page yet, you know soccer is where we thrive. So, Charles, I want to come to you, big boy, because you're looking at English Premier League, which is always big. Look at that. Let's just start with your Aston Villa, Nottingham, those two first, then I'll come back to you.
Yeah, we have a rematch of a Nottingham Forest 2-0 winner earlier this season. So Villa should definitely be out for revenge. And luckily, Aston Villa has played much better at Villa Park. The Villains are averaging 2.16 goals. The over 2.5 goals is cashed in 6 of their last 7 at home. And they've scored at least 2 goals versus Forest and 4 straight on their home pitch. Meanwhile, Nottingham Forest has been less than stellar on the highway, only winning twice away from home. But the Tricky Trees have scored at least 1 goal in 8 straight league matches, and BTTS and over 2.5 is cashed in 4 of their last 5. So I'm going to go ahead and combine these. As I see both teams scoring, we're going to both teams scoring at least 3 goals. We're going to combine those with the BTTS. Both teams are scoring over 2.5 and over 3 full-time goals. As I could see a 3-1, 2-2 type of final score in this opening match in the EPL.
And just to be very clear, there's a lot of you out there that are brand new to soccer betting. Almost every single book has this as a single bet. Both teams to score and over 2.5. And usually you have to scroll all the way down to the bottom of the soccer section, but you can find it. That is one bet. You don't have to put them together. All right, hang tight, Charles. Hang tight. Jacob, I know that you call the lower leagues your jam. I know that you think you're the man when it comes to all these leagues that we don't even know where they're at. But today, you have an obscure one, England Championship, and then you have Serie. So let's start just with the Coventry plays first, please. Jacob, you got to unmute yourself there, big boy. See what happens when you get a big ego? You see what happens when you get a big ego? Then all of a sudden you forget to hit your mute button and you're talking to nobody. Let's try that again there, Mr. Professional Boy.
Coventry won 7 out of their last 10 home games. The other 3 were draws, but they haven't beat Preston in their last 12 attempts, and I think they have revenge on their minds. They are finally in good form, taking on a weak Preston side, but Preston has scored in their last 7 games, 4 out of the last 5 on the road, and they have allowed the other team to score over 1.5 team total goals in 60% of their road games. So I really like Coventry to get the revenge here, to win the game, and for their over 1.5 team total goals. And we've seen both teams to score yes here in last 4 out of 5. So I really like both of those.
All right. I'm going to address something here. I probably shouldn't. And AB, you're probably going to get mad at me, but I'm going to do it anyway because everybody in the chat is pointing it out. Pat said, excuse me. Excuse me. Coach saying Serie A, but not giving Buckets a shout out after collapsing. Come on, Coach.
The kid.
He had a damn near heart attack last night, and he's in the hospital. So friendship always trumps anything else. So I've already called him this morning. I've already texted him this morning. So I've taken care of this. Just sometimes on the show, you can't do that because you don't want to do that. So there it is. We love Buckets here. He's been our friend forever and will continue to be. Right. And when you have a slight heart attack, go ahead, AB.
Yeah, no. I didn't mean to interrupt you on that because it's obviously very, very important. And I'll say this right here. You post this anywhere. Buckets. Love you, buddy. Always love you, man. And you know that we're thinking about you. Everybody in the crew, the chat, the whole show, all of us, man. Much, much love. You're our brother. Get well soon, buddy. Yeah, for sure, man.
That's it. We love that guy so much. I can't see any more pictures of him stuff all over his chest. Enough of that. All right, back to the show now. Charles, let me come back to you, big boy, because the other day I was a little surprised because in our Champions League episode, Arsenal had a game where I believe they didn't even get, if I'm correct, even one shot on goal. Not even one in 90 minutes. I don't even know how that's possible. So they come back in league play this weekend. What are you looking at?
Yeah, the Gunners limped back to the Emirates after losing late to Porto midweek. Now Arsenal must turn their attention back to league play. And Mikel Arteta's men have been in prime form, scoring 3 or more goals in 4 of their last 5, and they're averaging 2.5 team goals at home. Newcastle, they arrive in North London, riding their own scoring spree. The Magpies have hit the back of the net in 9 straight in all competitions, and 8 of those 9 games have had 3 or more goals. I'm projecting goals early and often in this one, so I'm going to go ahead and take the over 1.25 first half goals. So if there's only one first half goal, you get half your wager back as well. And then we're going to go ahead and combine the both teams to score in over 2.5, as I definitely can see 3 goals at worst in this one with both teams hitting the back of the net.
Look at you educating the good people at home, the 1.25. You need 2 in the first half to cash full. 1, you just lose the half. We'll continue to hashtag educate and entertain. Now, Jacob, Silent Assassin, coming back over to you. By the way, the wife, very, very engaged in the chat today with our man Howie Schwab. So Howie, even though his voice wasn't great this morning when he called me at 5:30 a.m., thank you, Howie. He does have a pick on the show, and he is in the chat. If you have any questions for the weekend games, put them in the chat. Howie, if he's done talking to Alana, will answer them in real time.
We've got, hey, Coach, we've got Team Mom and the Godfather. I love it.
All at the same time. Yeah. All at the same time. Soupy, it usually gets off the rails like this. We plan for a show. We plan for smoothness, and it just never happens. That's the
beauty always comes from chaos. Beauty always comes from chaos.
Nice. That's a shirt.
That is a shirt. That is a shirt. Beauty always comes from chaos.
Trademark. You can't take it.
Smart man. That's a smart man right there. Well done.
Millions is on line 3. All right, Jacob, let me come over to you. Let's go over to Serie A. Now, this is a major soccer league. It's not one of these obscure ones, but you have a game and a team that you think is going to have a big day. Talk to me.
Yeah, Bologna, 5th place, taking on Hellas Verona, who is in 17th place. Bologna won 4 out of the last 5, have seen over 1.5 team total goals hit in 5 out of the last 5 and 5 out of the last 7 home games. They've won 9 out of the last 10 home games, 1 draw. They've only lost 1 home game all season long, while Hellas Verona has only won 1 road game all season long. Hellas Verona is a garbage team in Serie A, and Bologna really wants to win this, has been in great form. I think this is a blowout game. Take Bologna to win -1 and to hit their team total over 1.5, and there are really great prices here, so take advantage of it.
Did you just say Serie A?
Super American. See, super American.
Speaking of American, I got a little text last night from somebody. They said, hey, I've heard there's a new show out there in the soccer universe. And I believe there's a little league that just started here in the United States that has Lionel Messi as a part of it. So I believe it's called MLS. Is there any truth to the rumor that you two clowns have collaborated on an MLS show? Either one can take it.
Yeah, totally true. I stole Charles away from here to make sure I could lock him in for the MLS season. Check out the MLS Betting Insiders, usually day before every MLS slate for the entire season upcoming on the Pick Management Podcast Network.
AB, I think you just read that off a teleprompter. It sounded like a teleprompter right there.
He did a hell of a job.
Hell of a job. Charles, you are everywhere, sir. You are literally, I don't know how long we'll be able to keep you here. I mean, you're everywhere.
Just taking your lead, Coach. Just taking your lead.
I do have to give a shout out to somebody when we were talking about the Captain America sign in the background yesterday, right? I have to give a shout out to whoever it was because you have stolen my heart that didn't know. And he goes, is that Captain Planet?
Oh my gosh. Real quick, we have one more, and then there's a lot of people that drop in at the bottom of the hour, so we're going to bring everybody back. But Soupy, over there at bettingpros.com, because we have one college play. What's kind of the biggest thing? Are you guys doing a lot of college basketball right now?
We are getting ready for the college basketball. March Madness is coming. We're ready for it. I just got my schedule, the articles I'm going to give you for March Madness. We are ready for it.
Damn. So apparently so is Howie Schwab. We're going to have a lot of crew exclusives from Howie, but AB, he loves Princeton -7, -115. And for people who don't know, in this league, they play Friday night and Saturday night. So that's a Friday night game. Do you do much, AB, looking at the Ivy League? I know you could never go there, but do you look at it from a handicapping perspective?
The law doesn't even allow me to watch the Ivy League. All right. They don't let me break it down, but you start running that Princeton offense 4 quarters, boy. All right. We're going to beat you 37-29.
All right. Howie Schwab again. He's in the chat. If you have any questions for him, put them there in real time. Starting next week, we're going to have a ton of extra content for you. We're going to have Soupy on as well. So we'll have you covered March Madness. You don't need to go anywhere else. All right. We'll bring all the boys back in just a couple of minutes. We have some very important business to do in a little thing we like to call the rundown. Barely Mental says it best. College baseball with 7 exclamation points. AB, this is your time of the week. It's your time of the show. We absolutely destroy this sport because of you. What do we got this weekend to look at?
Yeah, got some surprises too. We got college baseball and Major League Baseball. Let's look at the slate for college baseball we have on the board for tonight. So here are your key weekend games. And understand that we are still in tournament mode here. So take a look here and see not only the money lines, but totals. They generally come out. They're not even out yet. The books wait until the last minute to put those things out. But we've got some really nice ones. East Carolina at North Carolina. We got Gonzaga, as we mentioned, in Nashville taking on Vanderbilt. Iowa and Auburn. That's going to be a really good game. Iowa putting up a monstrous amount of runs this past week and weekend. UCLA at TCU. Strong game right there. Then number 2, Arkansas taking on number 7, Oregon State. Oregon State just poured it all over Texas Tech the other day. These are 2 excellent baseball teams. So, yeah, pay attention. And then look, as soon as the game's in tonight, you'll start to see tomorrow's come out. You're going to have even more ranked games. It's going to be a great, great weekend.
I see a lot of tweets and questions throughout the week on our Twitter at Driving the Line. If you haven't followed us yet on all of our socials, where do you, A, do most of your research, and B, what's kind of the best book in your opinion? Because not every book has college baseball.
Yep. So, yeah, they definitely don't. I found that DraftKings as a sports book is generally the best overall. Now, the tough part is that you're not going to get every single game, especially the big money line ones when you have, Like Tennessee's playing Albany at home this weekend, right? I mean, they're going to be minus 1,000, right? So you're not going to get all those. But for the most part, DraftKings has the largest amount, and they're the best throughout the year. So definitely suggest using them. Now, doing research, all right, I'll give a plug to a really great group of people called D1 Baseball. You go check them out, d1baseball.com. We use them for our rankings, and I use them and their writers, Kendall Rogers and those guys and girls, for the fantastic work that they do if you want to plug in on specific teams. Also, the hardest part is finding where to track games live. That could be extremely difficult. D1 Baseball has that as well. So give a plug to those guys. They absolutely deserve it. Friends of the program here. Check them out. They're fantastic.
All right, very good. Bradley says also DraftKings is great in Tennessee, which is why AB says that. And I agree because our options here are awesome. All right. It is exactly 10:27 if you're watching us live. If you're watching us on demand, we value you as well. So I need to bring the boys back in. And as we do that, AB, we're having a little bit of an issue in the chat right now. We had TJ Parker on Shoot Your Shot recently. Love the guy. Really smart. I think he's got a future. However, I said to put things in there for Howie Schwab. And he says, Howie, I used to love watching Young and the Restless when I was a kid with my mom. I can't believe Victor is still going strong. We have every league, AB, known to man playing this weekend, and we're talking about Young and the Restless. What are we doing? What are we doing?
What are the odds on Victor? What are we going to lose him or something?
He's been there like 35 years or something. Oh,
yeah.
It's crazy. It's great. Soupy, are you a soap opera guy?
No, but in my house growing up, we were a General Hospital house. So I think Sonny might even still be on that show. I don't know.
I hate to admit this. When I was in college, Days of Our Lives, I'd come back from lunch, watch it before I went to basketball practice. I loved Days of Our Lives. All right, so we're going to start doing this every single day. Maybe we'll call it like the whip around, because I know a lot of people maybe can't be here at 10 a.m. They come in around this time. So we want to recap quickly our picks. And Jacob, I do mean quickly, okay? So don't look at me like that. All right, Soupy, I'm going to start with you. Just 10 or 15 seconds on each play, please, and go.
Timberwolves -5, Giannis under 45 points, rebounds, and assists. I think the Timberwolves are going to crush them again with that defense. Suns and Rockets under 229.5. Oilers and Wild over 6.5. Cross league parlay, and then kicking it off. Nuggets, Trailblazers under 217.5. Nuggets team points under 114.5.
Love it. Howie Schwab, he's on Princeton -7. He's so confident. He didn't send me any analysis. He just said, tell them to tail. Hey, his words, not mine. AB, talk to me.
2 plays, college baseball, 2-leg parlays. First, Vanderbilt money line, NC State money line, +100. Coastal Carolina money line and Virginia money line, -125.
Absolutely love it. Now, I'm going to do my 3 plays. The Raptors, this is more of a play against the Hawks. I'm going to take them +6.5. They scored north of 120 last night. I think they have a good back-to-back showing. Pelicans have been absolutely on fire, -2.5. They're playing the Heat. I thought about the money line, but it was -150, and that juice just was not worth the squeeze to me. They won 7 out of 8, and then 1 afternoon tea time. Yesterday, I went 2-1. Today, I'm going to go 1-0. Oh, Michael Kim down there in Mexico. Ryan Fox, he's great on the DP World Tour, but not so much on the PGA Tour. He shot even par yesterday. Michael Kim will have another solid performance. We cashed that with plus money. All right, dynamic duo. Rip through all 4 of yours. Charles, go.
EPL action, Aston Villa, Nottingham Forest, over 3 full-time goals, and both teams are scoring over 2.5. Arsenal, Newcastle, over 1.25 first-half goals, and both teams to score in over 2.5 goals.
Jacob, Silent Assassin, talk to me.
Yeah, Coventry, revenge on their mind, taking on a Preston team who can score but not win. I like Coventry, both teams to score, and them to get over 1.5 team total goals. And Bologna taking on a terrible Hellas Verona team, one of the best home teams in Serie A, taking on one of the worst road teams in Serie A. Take Bologna to win and over 1.5 team total goals.
By the way, apparently Jacob has his people everywhere because Better Days Ahead in the chat, if you don't know, his NHL algorithm is unbelievably successful. He does a show with Jacob as well, and he said Jacob's recap is simple. Read, bet, and win. Done in 5 seconds. His real name is Mark. His real name is Mark, and I told you when we started this that we were going to have people literally everywhere. We want you to be able to find people. We want to pick people up just like Soupy and betterpros.com. We're not here to hold people down. We're here to lift people up. Gentlemen, great show today. Soupy, coming back next week, yes?
Hey, if that's an official invite, I'll be here.
I happen to know the guys that run the program, so I'm pretty confident that we can make that happen.
It's gonna be an
I'll put
invite.
that 10 away then. If I'm already locked in, I'm putting that 10 away. Here we go.
That's exactly right. You can find them at bettingpros.com. They have you covered for everything. He is Soupy. And, of course, Jacob and Charles, check out their new MLS show this week. It is now time for the closing bell. All right, AB. Last night, the Crew hit the Warriors -5.5. Where are we going today?
Ooh, do I have a surprise for you guys? All right, first off, pull up the play from the Crew. They're taking the Cavs -3.5. That is the selection that they have gone with. So, like you said, man, they've been crushing it. Now, everybody viewing live right now, producer, man, if you could pull me back on screen with Coach. All right. There are 3 Major League Baseball slides. If you could put 1, 1, and 1, just put them up for a second. Everyone, I want you to see what you are going to get tomorrow. First off, American League win totals right there. And I'll tweet out the graphics so that you have them in all the numbers. Hit the next one. National League win totals. And that's Shohei Ohtani with the Dodgers. Nobody has that graphic except us here at Driving the Line. I'll tweet that one out. Give me that last one there. Look at my dog, Ronald Acuna, right there, ready to bring it on. The World Series odds. I'll put all 3 of these out there. I'll put them on Twitter so that you can grab them. Be ready for tomorrow, Saturday, Coach. We will have college baseball, Major League Baseball to talk about. Can't wait.
We never stop. Maddie says 103.5 is effing wild. You never see a number like that in baseball.
No. Look at pull the National League up real quick. No, you're right. Yep. I want to show you because you're exactly right.
Please.
The Dodgers 103.5. The Braves 101.5. Man, and then look at that drop off. Like 89.5 is a ton of wins for the Phillies, right? But it just doesn't pale in comparison. So yeah, you can pull that back down, man. Like nice job pulling that up. But yeah, Coach, you're right. That's an insane number. 103.5 wins. I know.
Alicia says, "Damn, Big Daddy, you the baseball man." That name is now starting to stick a little bit there, Big Daddy. I don't know.
Big Daddy.
Melanie. Oh, Melanie, welcome to the show. She says AB is a graphic god.
You know what?
Thank you, Melanie. Welcome to the show.
Oh, let me say, that is a cute comment.
You're so silly, man. You are so silly. All right. That's all the damage that we can do. As AB said, do not forget about the weekend games. I'll have you covered right here at Driving the Line. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, I encourage you to do so. Also, every time you come in, we need you to hit that like button and share the show. That's how we grow. And we're literally growing by the day. And we cannot thank you enough. A quick reminder, Behind the Turnbuckle, episode number 2. Drops today at noon Eastern time. I encourage you to go follow that channel as well. Check out Jacob and Charles on their MLS show. Soupy everywhere. And, of course, AB always doing the work behind the scenes. Oh, man, we're rolling. We are humming heading into March Madness. So with all that being said, it's time for you to go out into the world. Keep it positive. Pay it forward. Be kind to one another. And remember this. There's only one thing left to do. And I believe you all know what that is. You've got your marching orders. Let's take all of these tickets straight to the pay window. My Tiger Lobo, the man from the dirty Charles, the silent assassin with the ego bigger than Texas, my man Jacob from bettingpros.com. Yes, he's welcome back next week. Soupy, Our man, even when he's not here, he's here. The legend Howie Swab, my 5-tool player, AB. Never forget about producer man behind the scenes, always making the show look like $1,000,000. In a couple of minutes, we do our crew exclusive. For you crew members, you know what that's all about. I am simply the coach. Trying to keep this train on said track. We grind for you so we can win with you. Is truly what we're all about. Have a great weekend from Driving the Line. Good luck.